I can show you the goosey, 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 goosing, 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 goose, goose, goosey, goose, 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 goosey, 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 goose, 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 a goosey, 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 goose. I miss you, big goose. Goose, 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 goose-dom, goose, 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 goose. I'm a real smart goose. I'm the best goose. I am a mighty goose. Goose on the loose, girthy goose. I'm a goose! Goose, goosiness. Goose, 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 goosey, goose, goose, goosey, goose, goose. I got a lot of goose juice. I got a lot of goose juice. Goosey, goose, goose. Yo, goose. Goose, goose, caboose, goose. Goose incoming. Goose, goose, goosey, goose. Goose! This goose is so smart. By this goose, I mean me. I am the goose. 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 Gooses. Geese. 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 Goose gang. Gooses. Gooseiphant. Goosifer. 10 geese out of 10. Goose. 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 Goose, goose. 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 You goose hole! What did I ever goose to you? Goddamn goose bottle? Goose. Goose. Was that a goose? That couldn't possibly have been a goose. I'll just goose over this way. This is the opposite of the goose way that I need to goose. Excuse me? Silly, silly goose. Gotta get my goose bottle. Goose. Do you not know the difference between a man and a goose? You gotta smoke a fat gooby? You gotta slam down a big old goob? You're a goose! You're just specious against goose. Come at me, you piece of goose crap. I'm gonna goose all over your nightmares. All you're gonna see is goose. In the end, all will be goose. Stick my goosey beak right up your goosey caboose. Goose. Spooky goose. Goose on the way. Very important goose business, you stupid non-goose. Sorry, it's goose only. It's only goose. Don't tell me how to goose. I'm kind of a goose. Goose on the loose. Guys, goose! He's using my big goose brain. It's big goose time. It's beefy goose time. I'm gonna use my big goose brain. What do you think you are? Ruining my goose fun? I know how to be stealthy goose. Don't mind me, just a goose. Just a goose. I'm a confused goose. I'm goose confused. I'm a goose genius. I'm goosing it at IQ of 200 goose. The biggest goose that ever did goose. Okay. I'm the dumbest goose. Have I ruined the entire goose? Goosey danger! Help! I'm free as a goose. I'm free as a glorious goose. I'm so goosey. Goose hole. This is most indubitably the goose hole. Gotta make my way through the goose hole. You gotta let my goose brain develop goose naturally. I don't wanna take goose roids. Goose. Don't shove me in my goose hole. Stay away from my goose hole. Goose. Goose. Goose did up. Goose bushes. My goose pubes. Stealthy like a goose. Goose coming through. Goose. Me. Goose. Hi. Goose. This goose. Goose. I'm goosing up the neighborhood. Goose! Goose, good. Good goose. 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 I've out-goosed you. No more goosing through things. My good goose. Goose. Goose won't be a part of that. I am a good, smart goose. Big old goose. I goosed it. I goosed it real good. I goosed it real good, guys. Going at my own goosey pace here. I gotta make goose with what I got. I've only been blessed with so much goose. I got a 10 out of 10 goose body, but my goose brain might be just like a 5. I'm not good with fractions because of my tiny goose brain. Look at my incredible goose caboose. Goose. Goose! Goose, 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 goose. Give me a goose, 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 goose. I'm just one goose. I'm just one goose, guys. I'm just one goose. I'm just a goose. I'm just one goose. My goosey nature, I'm just one goose. Very, very dumb goose. I'm a cute goose. 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 Hey, goose guy. Hey, goose gardener. Goosener. Hey, goosey. Loosey goosey? Goose. Goose? No smart goose? There are some smart gooses. No goose. 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 I'm a goose. Goose. Oh, it's a goose. What was that? It's just a goose. Just a goose, man. Just a goose. Just a goose. You've been goosed. What are you gonna do? I'm just a goose. In my goosey center, I'm really just a goosey coward. Goose. 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 Goose sun shine on my goose face. I love goose so I would die for goose. Goose. Give me a goose. 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 Geese. Goose. 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 I'm a smart goose. I'm just a real smart goose. Just trying to get by my own goosey way. Goose. 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 I can goose. I'm an unstoppable goose. Goose. Captain Goose American. Goose supplier. A goose gotta poop. Goose gotta do his goosey business. Goose gotta do goose. I could destroy the universe in a single honk. It's really hard being a goose. It's really hard being a goose. It's hard being a goose. I'm a smart goose. I am big brain goose, charging up my big brain goose abilities. I'm a goose. I'm a goose, speaking secret goose language. Turn your back on a goose. You turn your back on a goose. You never turn your back on a goose. Stealthy goose. Stealthy goose. Goose. There's a goose in my way. Goose. Goose ass. Goose. 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 Okay. Goose. This ain't a goose. Goose. You think you're a goose? You? You think you, goose? There's a goose out here. Goose? Goose incoming. You got goosed. You got goosed. I am goose. And you are nothing when compared to the mighty goose. The mighty goose has no mercy. The mighty goose only knows pain. I gotta go on my goosey way. Excuse me, goose coming through. This is the goose caboose. It's loose. Goose. Girthy goosiness will not be denied. Was that a goose? Did I detect a goose? There might have been a goose around here. I exterminated all the goose in the Great Goose War. There couldn't possibly be a goose here. Is that a goose? I am a goose that knows no mercy. I am a goose that will haunt all of your dreams. Excuse me, just a goose. Goose with a sock. Goose coming through. Goose! I am an unbeatable goose. I'm the strongest goose. My goose is dummy thick. The mighty goose. Thick goose, that is right. This goose is mighty. This goose is thick. This goose will not be denied. This goose is sick. Goose statue. Goose. Geese's goose. It's just your normal goose. Goose in trouble. We got a goose down. We got goose problems. Hank. Goose. Damn goose. Gooses. Metal goose solid. It's metal goose. Goose. Perfect for a goose. There's something about that goose. It's enticing in a weird way. Excuse me, I'm a goose. I know no better. You can't blame me, I'm just a goose with an amazing caboose. Goose! My goose knows no bound. We're communicating. Goose. I'm a good goose. Make them goose cheeks clap. Clappin' goose ass. Goose, she hates goose. Goose is that handsome goose. You got goosed. I've been goosed. Goose. Goose, goose, goose. 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 Goose, goose, goose. 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 Goose, goose. I'm gonna get all the goose with this goose call. Goose, goose, goose. Oh. Goose. 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 You will be goosed. All will know the pain of goose. All will know the goosey pain. Goose. 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 Goose! Goose! I cry goose to the heavens. Goose, 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 the horrible goose. Goose, 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 goose. Sorry, I'm having too much fun. Goose, 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 goose. Goosezilla, the truest, goosiest goose. My goosey caboose is too girthy. Too much goose in the caboose. I'm a goose. Goose zooks. Suck my goose dong. They can all go to goose hell. Yes. My goosey nest. My goose nest. My goose. Introducing a goose as a goose. 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 There's more goose. There's more goose. There's more goose. Goose! The goose never dies. The goose goes on. The goose goes on. Goose! Ethan, can you hear me? Goose! Goose! Goose. Hit that like button if you goose. If you part of the original Goose Gang, you subscribe for more goose content coming at you hot and goose. You get ready for more goose coming your way because you can't handle the amount of goose. Ring the goose bell if you're a real true goose. If you're true goose! You ring that bell to be notified of more goose content. Goose that you are. You ain't no fake goose. You real goose. You goose OG. Original goose. You part of the Goose Gang. Goose! Goose! Goose.